Hello everyone. In this video we'll see how to configure the Morserino-32 to use the CW quiz server. This server is hosted on the internet and can be accessed with your Morserino using your home Wi-Fi connection. You probably have at home a Wi-Fi router or dedicated access point broadcasting an SSID, and in this case we'll use my Wi-Fi. And our first objective will be to configure the Morserino to use your home Wi-Fi connection to send string of characters to the CW quiz server. In return, the quiz server will figure out if you're asking for a new trivia question or if you're submitting an answer, and will respond right back to you. There is currently no mechanism to use the built-in buttons and screen of the Morserino to configure your Wi-Fi SSID and password. So what we'll do is set the Morserino in a access point mode. It'll broadcast its own SSID called Morserino in lowercase, and with a laptop we will connect to the Morserino in order to access a web form to enter the home Wi-Fi SSID, password, as well as the IP address of the CW quiz server. So let's go on our Morserino and see how we're going to do that. Our Morserino is currently in sleep mode, so we're going to press the red button to turn it on. Once it's ready, we'll press the black button for a little bit until we get to the menu system, and we'll then rotate until we get to the Wi-Fi function. Once we get there, we'll press the button once and turn one more time to get to the config Wi-Fi option. Then press the button, and that's it. Our Morserino is currently in AP mode and it's broadcasting the Morserino SSID. So let's now get to our laptop to connect to it. Okay, we're now on our laptop and we're going to go to the Wi-Fi settings and look for this Morserino SSID. Here it is. Just select it and click connect. There's no Wi-Fi password for this. It will take a little bit of time because Windows is actually trying to detect an internet connection, which there isn't. We're just strictly connecting to the Morserino, and obviously there's no internet connection provided. So it might take a little bit of time. In the end, it'll say, well, no internet and open, as in no password. So we're good to go. At this point, we can bring a MS-DOS prompt and check the IP address. We see that we've been assigned 192.168.4.2 as an IP address, and the Morserino IP is 192.168.4.1. So let's open a web browser and go to that IP address, 192.168.4.1. This will bring the configuration form, and all we've got to do is put in the SSID of our home Wi-Fi. So in my case, it's my Wi-Fi. Put in the password for the Wi-Fi and the IP address of the quiz server, and that is 51.81.187.163. Once that's done and you've got these three pieces of information, just click submit. You'll get a confirmation saying that the Wi-Fi information has been updated and the Morserino itself will be rebooting. So let's go back on the Morserino. And we are back on the Morserino. We're going to press the black button to get into the menu. Rotate until we see Wi-Fi functions. Press down. Rotate to check Wi-Fi. Press down. And it's showing that we're connected. It displays the Wi-Fi SSID as well as the IP address that the Morserino has been assigned. We're now ready to press the red button and try the quiz. Okay, we're now in keyer mode, so let's press the black rotator and go to the transceiver menu this time. Press down, we're going to go to Wi-Fi TRX, press down again. We're getting confirmation of the IP address of the quiz server we just connected to. And at this point, you can send any letter, any number of letter, and the quiz server will respond with a hi, 3-letter V, and followed by the first trivia question. Each question is terminated by a question mark, at which point you've got all the time you need to send the answer. If the answer is correct, you'll get a yes then you can send any character and move on to the next question. If it is incorrect, you'll get a no, and you have to re-enter, repropose a new answer up until you've got it correctly. H2O is a chemical formula for what? Let's key water here. We're gonna get the response, yes. And now we can send any character and move on to the next trivia question. Every time it starts with 3 V's, the question and the question mark. If you want to see the question again, send a question mark. And if you want to end the game, just send the letter X by itself. So let's make an incorrect response here. We'll send just a few letters. And the quiz server will let us know that the answer is incorrect. Let's send a question mark actually to repeat the question. And it'll send the 3 V's and the question one more time followed by the question mark. Now, we don't have to send the question mark every time to submit a new response. When we've got a feedback that it's incorrect, we can just keep sending responses until we get it correctly. So in this case, we're gonna send 50, and we're getting feedback that the answer is correct. When the answer is numerical and it's a small number, it will typically accept both responses. So here, for example, it would have accepted F-I-F-T-Y. It is recommended to end the game by sending the letter X. So for example, here's how it would look like here. I just had a question and I'm just going to send X. The quiz server is saying bye, and at this point we can move on and do something else on the Morserino or turn it off. It is better to do it this way because if you just turn off your Morserino, the quiz server will not get any feedback that you left. And when you come back at a later time and you send your first letter to get something, well, first you're not going to get the hi. You're going to send something, it'll say no, because it actually remembered that the last interaction you had was that it sent you a question and it was just expecting an answer, or you had provided a wrong answer and it's expecting another one. So it's just better every time before you leave, just send a quick X and you'll be done. That's about it. Thank you for watching, and I'll hope you have fun with the quiz server.